This Earth that we call home is a system. What that means is that all the things that make up life on Earth, including ourselves, are part of a large interconnecting network. Every part of the system affects every other part of the system. This is a realization that can make a person feel both powerless and powerful. Powerless because the demise of a part of this system can bring about our own demise. But powerful because it means that when we decide to act in the best interests of another part of this system so as to cause it to thrive, we are ensuring that we will thrive as well. And in today's world, nowhere is this more evident than in our relationship to soil. I have not come here today to talk to you about yet another thing going wrong with our planet, another thing that you are powerless to stop. Instead, our relationship to soil is the relationship where you will also find the most practical chance that we have at reversing the climate crisis we are facing today. All over the planet today, we are facing soil degradation. This is a big deal because it is estimated that 87% of life depends on soil. 95% of the food that we eat comes from the soil. 50% of the topsoil in America is already gone. The implications of our mismanagement of soil over the years are so colossal that humans can look forward to only about 60 more years of agricultural harvests before the soil is completely destroyed. And because this is a system, humanity will suffer the consequences of the demise of the soil. Food systems will fail. Poverty on a mass scale will be the result. From poverty comes social unrest and violence and mass population migrations. If we do not act fast as a collective, this planet that we call home will become uninhabitable to us. For this reason, aside from dedicating my life to teaching you how to master relationships with all other things in this system that we call life on Earth, I have partnered up with the efforts of Sadhguru, who is currently on his journey of traveling 30,000 kilometers across 27 nations to raise awareness and make a difference with his global initiative, SaveSoil.org. This mission that he is on, and that others are on with him, is one of the most important missions being undertaken in the world today. And so today, I am issuing a call to action to all those who hear this message. What I am going to offer you is a list of 11 practical ways you can make an actual positive impact on the world today. The first, I want you to visit SaveSoil.org to gain awareness about this initiative and about how you can play a role in saving our soil. 2, I want you to watch the documentary Kiss the Ground. It's available on Netflix and also kisstheground.com, which will not only present to you the facts about the state of soil health on the planet, but propose to you the incredible solution to the climate crisis that we face today. I also encourage you to post about this film and this issue on your social media accounts. Never forget that the power of word of mouth will be paramount in causing a shift in collective thought, which will cause positive changes in those power structures within society that have the most power to change things at a grander scale, such as governments. 3, reduce all possible food waste and contribute to creating compost. If your area doesn't provide a compost pickup, Google local companies in your area that you can hire to pick up your food scraps for you, or where you can drop off your food scraps. 4, eat a plant-based diet. I cannot begin to stress how much of a negative impact that the meat and dairy industries have on the environment, not to mention the other ethical arguments around suffering. To go more in depth on the statistics of this impact and how to transition into a more plant-based lifestyle, consider checking out the documentary titled Cowspiracy: The Sustainability Secret. And don't fall into the trap of thinking that cows or other livestock are bad for Earth. They are not. It is the unnatural and detrimental ways that we are farming and handling them that is the problem. 5, shop at farmers markets and get to know the food producers. Ask the farmers if they are using practices to rebuild soil health, regenerative farming. Get these conversations started. You can also search at regenerationinternational.org for regenerative farms near you to support the farmers and products from these farms that are actually invested in soil health. 6, support organic, non-GMO food. We must stop the cycle of soil destruction, which toxic chemicals and pesticides play such a powerful role in. In line with this, choose to use fewer chemicals by purchasing natural, chemical-free hygiene products, household cleaners, garden care products, etc. It's important to understand that these chemicals go into our water, which go into our soil, which further deplete it and kill the microbes. Know that each and every one of you votes every day. You vote with your dollar, so make it a conscious vote for the future of Earth. 7. Get involved with growing a garden at home or in a community garden near you. You can even make a difference by covering bare areas of your land with something like grass or wildflowers. Any inch of the earth that is planted with extra plant life draws down carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, saves the future of soil, and ensures the health of the system of life on Earth. 8. Deforestation is a main contributor to soil erosion. To reduce deforestation, you can take steps such as using less paper, recycling, and purchasing recycled products. You can also support local resale and thrift stores by donating and purchasing items there rather than purchasing something new, which is a vote against unnecessary production which puts stress on Earth. 9. Plant trees or donate to organizations which plant trees to offset carbon emission. Some tree planting organizations include One Tree Planted, Trees for the Future, Trees, Water and People, International Tree Foundation, and Woodland Trust. You can also use the search engine Ecosia, which is like a Google, but it plants trees when you search on the internet with their platform. 10. Purchase regenerative clothing and wash your clothes less and in cold water. Some examples of regenerative textiles include hemp, linen, and organic cotton. When you do wash your clothing in cold water, and know that doing 2 loads of laundry weekly in cold water instead of hot or warm water can save up to 500 pounds of carbon dioxide each year. 11. Install a low-flow shower head to reduce hot water use. Doing this can save 350 pounds of CO2. Taking shorter showers helps too, and monitor your general water usage. This means xeriscape whenever possible. Don't leave sprinklers on for unnecessary amounts of time, don't leave the hose running unattended, and deliberately buy and use high-efficiency appliances such as washers and dishwashers. I am here today to ask you to take action wherever you can, and as soon as you can. When it comes to the climate crisis that we are facing today, it can feel hopeless. It can feel like the problem is so much bigger than you that no matter what you do, you cannot affect enough to make an actual difference. It can be tempting to give up. But if you commit to these steps that I have suggested, you will be making an actual difference. And it is soil that holds the real promise, not just for overcoming the climate crisis that we face, but for ensuring that the system that we are such an integral part of will thrive. Please enlist your friends, family, and coworkers to be a part of these efforts along with you. Together we can actually cause the world to thrive, and our lives quite literally depend on it. Save the soil. Let's make it happen.